I've always been a gambler. I've always been a speculator. I started out when I got out of school with a net worth of, I think I had about $500. I did own a car, and I was fortunate enough that I didn't have any student debt because my parents were able to pay for my education. And I took that start, and within 15 years, got to the point where I work on just my own money, and I've made it almost all through speculation. When you're in your 30s, as I was, that's a lot of things to look forward to, and I've had a good life overall. And here I am past, actually, I'll be 83 next month. And the question is, why are you, what are you uh, still doing it for? Why don't you kind of take a relaxing tour around a golf course or a beach or whatever? And that goes back to a lot of my own philosophy is coming basically from a Christian perspective. But my main theme is, what am I living for? And what I find is that finding things that I think are helpful to people and having those be what I'm trying to work on in the future is, in my opinion, not only is it I guess I'll use the word blessed form of life, but it also, in my opinion, is the most healthy form of life. And so in my case, there are two key factors that I'm living for, and the newsletter is one of them, because what I'm trying to do is take all of things that I've learned about the financial markets and make them available to other people. And when from time to time a friend or someone that I know reports back and says, gee, I listened to you on this and I've made money on that, what I find is that rather than seeing, as many people do, oh gosh, he's done better than I have, I'm jealous, I've gotten to very good to say, all right, I'm appreciative both that I heard about this, but also I'm totally fine with other people doing well as well. And so that's very important to me. I think with my knowledge of an interest in history and geography and of course finance, that I have some things in the newsletter that I think can be helpful. And of course, this was also a reason why I wrote my book on the same subject of my speculation. So I mentioned that's important. And then in terms of startups of new companies, there's a company involved in public health, most in terms of a revolutionary manner of public health. That is to say, that the type of medical community we have and medical bureaucracy we have in the United States, I think leaves a lot to be desired, versus looking at health from the standpoint of what is an alternative, what is the best way of living from a health standpoint, and that in many cases has very little to do with conventional medicine. And I was fortunate enough to meet a family uh, that was interested in doing the same thing, and we started a series of companies where I've been the main funder, and the potential for improving the public health literally around the world of this company with the unique things that we are doing is the other reason that is kind of at the core of what I'm living for. So my sense is that that having that kind of a tactic for, yes, it's talking about very good about philosophy or religion, but also it's a very good tactic for living well, living long, and living with health. And that's part of why I enjoy making these kind of videos, and also enjoy meeting and talking with people about the financial markets. And I plan to be, as they're carrying me out to my grave, say, wait, I have another 500 shares of General Motors or Apple computer to buy. Wait, that's a part of my life.